Thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. Today is the 27th of August. This is a video titled Drugs Do Not Call Narconon. The reason why I'm making this video is because I am speaking with a parent who put their daughter into Narconon. All they did was dial 1-800 for drugs, or like how to get drug help, and it came up with Narconon. And I want you to understand this is going to keep being sold. I mean, they're trying to sell it, but we're going to keep telling you the other side of it so you understand there is a very, very, very important side of Narconon that every parent needs to know about before you even consider putting your children into Narconon. I'm going to put a video here of a picket that happened this last weekend with David Love, Colin, Bert, and some other people who were in Narconon, did the program. Some were staff. They're all out. They're all talking about it. There are 4 young, lovely people that are dead in the last 90 days because of Narconon and their abuses. They are not a medical facility, even though they say they are. They are not. They are liars. They use Scientology. That is what it is based on. They are fleecing people in America. They're now plugging into the African-American / black community, Nation of Islam, Louis Farrakhan. I can't believe it. Hearing him say out of his mouth, oh, I don't care that L. Ron Hubbard said those racist things. He's in the ground. Really? You don't care? I mean, that's just unbelievable to me. But it shows you how they can fleece people. This is a black man who people for thousands of men and women have fought for the freedoms of the black community. And here is a black, quote-unquote, leader, not that all of the black community follows him, because they do not, but it's still one person saying, I don't care if he said racist comments. Really? Just unbelievable. And parents with Narconon, well, their advertisements look good, so I'm putting my kid in it. Look before you leap. These people are very, very, very... I talked to a lady today whose daughter has joined the Sea Org. And now she can't talk to her daughter. That's what they do. They cut you off. They get you in, and then they cut you off. And all of a sudden, you can't really ask, you can't really look, you can't really talk. That's Scientology, and that is mind control. That's how cults work. They cut you off from reality. They break you off from any friends or family that are antagonistic to Scientology. We're not antagonistic to Scientology. We are antagonistic. We are exposing the abuses of any organization. And this one has some pretty huge ones. And prove me wrong. 12 years I've said, come on over. Talk to me. Talk to my friends. They won't. That should be a little bit of a clue and a heads up for anybody. When any organization will not let you ask questions, there is something very wrong. Very, very wrong. You should be able to question anything. And they should be able to answer anything. And they won't. They will not talk to us. We're members. Many of us, I was in for 30 years. I know people that have been for many, many years, executives that have left the Church of Scientology. They will not talk to us. Oh, no. I met one time with a bunch of ministers and 3 Scientologists. And I've told this story before, so you can Google it. But, it ended up not good for them. Why? Because I brought out, and I do it all the time, because there's new people that leave and they haven't seen it. This is their SP declare. They declare you suppressive. Once that happens, nobody is allowed to talk to you, or they'll be declared suppressive. And they'll lose all their friends and their family, like that. And that's what happens. And that's how it works. So then suddenly people are like, whoa, wait a second. No, we don't want to talk to her because she's declared suppressive. And it's like, hello, there's something wrong with that when you can't talk to your children or your loved ones. When this mother knows that they are listening on the phone as she is talking to her daughter. She can hear it. She can hear them in the background. That's like real mafia creepy stuff. That's the Church of Scientology. And I talk to parents all the time where this happens to them. They've lost their kid to the Church of Scientology. And it's very insidious. It's a slow process. It's just, we're going to help mankind. No, you're not. If you were helping mankind, we wouldn't be seeing thousands of people that are homeless out on the street, that are hungry, that can't eat, children, mothers, stuff like that. Now, what did the executives of the Church of Scientology say to me when I was in and I asked them about that? We'll have to get them next lifetime, Tori. Scientology makes the able more able. What does that really mean? And that's kind of a coded word. What does that really mean? It means we're only after the money. We don't give a shit about anybody else. Pitch them along the side of the road. We don't care. We want the money. That's it. Money, connections, bodies in the shop. They'll take some people that don't have money because their body's in the shop, and they know that they need to make it look kind of crowded, so people think, well, that must be popular. It must be good. There's a lot of people in there. But are they really helping those people? Not really. Not really at all. And you can look at it and see. So if you are considering, if your child has a drug problem, or someone called me regarding rape, someone had been raped, and Louis Farrakhan was pitching Dianetics would help that. I'm not saying Dianetics can't help you at all, but I have yet to meet a clear, and there is no one that will come over and say, I'm clear, and show any sign of really being clear. The original clears had a perfect memory, a perfect IQ, no somatics, no pains. Well, what does that mean? L. Ron Hubbard, in his first interview with a clear down at the Shrine Auditorium, turned around and he said, what's the color of my tie? And the person said, I can't remember. And you know what? That was the beginning of the OT levels, which are his higher rip-off levels. Why? Because he couldn't make it clear. They didn't have a perfect memory. They couldn't remember the color of his tie. You know, it's like learn the facts. This is an excellent book. I said it before, but I'm reading it, and I'm telling you, it has a really good history, very well written, and I hope any of you considering doing anything connected to Scientology, get this book and read it and learn about it. There's also some free books that are on xenu.net. There's L. Ron Hubbard, Messiah or Madman, and Barefaced Messiah, both on there for free, so you can read those. But start learning about what you are even thinking about getting connected with. In this book, she talks about how Hubbard, way, way long ago, in I think 1955, came up with this program to get celebrities in, or opinion leaders. Opinion leaders are people that people look up to. They think, oh, they must know. And he had this whole program to snag them in, get them start talking about Scientology, and then everyone else will think, well, it must be okay because of that. And they've worked that program over and over and over. I went to Norway. The kids they'd never heard of Scientology. I said, oh, yes, you have. Tom Cruise, John Travolta. And they went, oh, yeah. We know. No, we don't want it. They weren't interested, but they'd heard of, they could connect those two dots. Do you see what I mean? That's the celebrity program. That's what it's there for. So, I and everyone else who is exposing the abuses of Narconon, Criminon, Applied Scholastics, oh yeah, Way to Happiness, they're all underneath the umbrella of the Church of Scientology International. And don't you kid yourself, they are. And they're going to try to say they aren't. They're not a member, they're not part of the Church of Scientology. But oh yes, they're under the umbrella of the Church of Scientology International. And Applied Scholastics, type in Google, Scientology Schools, Tampa, Florida, and read what happens there. Read a little bit. It's appalling, Scientology, what you are doing. And we, the critics of Scientology, are not going away until you stop abusing people. And I don't know that Scientology will be around if they can't abuse people, because it's so built into that technology in many different ways. So I want to thank every single person who helps expose this, pass on these videos. I'm going to put in the link to the picket and listen to it. Click on it and listen to what is said in this video. It's a very good thing about Narconon. All right? So thank you so much. I love you. Don't get fleeced. And have an excellent week. Bye-bye.